Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Diatone Tyrant 6-inch version, and I think this is my first 6-inch model that I have flown, and it's a plug and fly from Diatone. So let's take a look at the specifications. I should say that this is a prototype. It came in a prototype box, but I think it's pretty close to the finished version because everything seems to work fine and I haven't found any problems with it whatsoever. So we have got the Edge Racing motors. They are a 2308 1950 kV motor, so you need the lower kV when going for 6-inch. However, if you want to put a 5-inch blade on here, you can, and then it will go all the way up to 6S on a 5-inch, but on a 6-inch they are saying 4S, and yeah, I can understand why. So yeah, it's a really nice motor. We've got a hollow shaft there. It's probably a Sunny Sky motor. They usually work with Sunny Sky. We can see it's got a Diatone name on it there. We have got a hex screw underneath, which is nice. We've got these huge silicon cables that go up to the 4-in-1 ESC, and I think it's a 50 amp 4-in-1 ESC. It's not BL Heli 32, so it is just D-Shot 600 capable, but I'm absolutely fine with that. And then we have got the Unify at the back. It's on its own little circuit board again, and Diatone has really refined this. So we've got a buzzer on this side here, and we have got a capacitor to filter out all of the noise, and that has got smart audio and it's all connected up. The flight controller this time is a Fury F4 flight controller, so a bit of an upgrade there, and it was completely set up. I think I just moved around the on-screen display a little bit. Oh, this is a plug and fly, so I've added a receiver here. This is a XM Plus, and it didn't come with this Triumph antenna here either. I guess you could see this as a slight downside because this is sticking up here, so you know it could potentially get broken in a crash. And then the camera up front is the Runcam Micro Sparrow. One thing that they have done is they've left the Diatone logo on there, and I wasn't given the little controller board to turn that off. Just a small thing, I guess, but I would imagine they might do that with the finished version as well. So it'd be nice to have the controller board in there to be able to change that, because, well, you get it with the camera. Oh, by the way, the propellers, yeah, they are a gem fan. I've only been given one set, and as you can see, I've had a few bumps and scrapes with it, but they are a 60-42, so yeah, fairly low in pitch, but I guess, you know, it's a little bit in the unknown when it comes to, you know, what pitch you can go up in on 6-inch propellers. And I've got a Paradrome strap here. They do give you some generic straps when you get a prototype, and it wouldn't quite fit for me, so I've used that. We've got a nice silicon mat on there for the battery, so it's going to be a 1554S that I'm going to be using, and that should just slot in there like so. And then we've got a XT60 connector coming out of the back. I've got a GoPro Session 5 connected here, and I've just bodged the mount, and there's a little bit of play in that. So Diatone, I would say, you know, this is a freestyle model. It'd be really nice if we could have a camera mount that comes with this. That would just be fantastic, because yeah, I don't think that's gonna give it the best footage. And one thing that I'm worried about with 6-inch in general is vibrations on the footage anyways, because I tend to find that when you go up in prop size, you get lower frequency vibrations, and it's those lower frequency vibrations that give giallo on the picture. So yeah, I'm still on the fence with 6-inch, but I'll see what it's like. But this mount certainly isn't going to help the matters. But yeah, it's quite tricky finding a mount to fit this, because it's actually quite narrow here, because it's the micro size almost. Can you see when the camera's fitting in here? So yeah, we have got some plastic standoffs up here, And yeah, I just mounted my antennas out of the back. The weight with the GoPro and battery, it is 687 grams, so it's a heavy guy, this one. Let's get and take it for a fly and see how it performs. So we're in a slightly different location today, and starting off with the DVR footage. So it's a pretty clean video feed. Diatone has worked hard on this with all of their little capacitors. There's actually a capacitor on the flight controller as well as a capacitor on the Unify, so yeah, pleased with that. You can see we've got the Diatone logo that they've left on there through the run cam, and I've got the milliamp draw flashing here as well. That needs changing in the power and battery, and also the capacities there on the on-screen display as well. But yeah, it flew really nice, I have to say. I didn't need to change anything with the PIDs. The power delivery was just so smooth. But when we're talking about the differences between this and a 5-inch, I can't really see the benefit. I think you would probably benefit more with sticking a bi-blade on there, because I thought, oh, well, maybe you'll get longer flight times, but not really. So with this 1550 milliamp battery and, you know, giving it a fair bit of throttle, I think I got a 4-minute flight time. So yeah, maybe a little bit better on the flight time, but I don't know, you get pretty close to that with a 5-inch. I tell you what though, it's nice that we have got the option. So yeah, you've got the 5-inch version for 4S, and then there is a 5-inch version for 6S, and then we have this 6-inch version for 4S. So yeah, and they're all around about the same price, and I think the price is decent. It's hovering around about £200, I think, around about that, but you know, I'll link it in the below. So let's take a look at the GoPro footage, because I was concerned about getting Giallo with the 6-inch props, and actually, do you know what, it wasn't that bad at all. I think the Giallo that I am getting is coming from the mount, because the camera in this, so the FPV camera is a CMOS camera, and those are just as susceptible to Giallo as a GoPro camera, but I wasn't getting any Giallo through the Sparrow, and it was a high exposure day. So yeah, I actually think with a decent GoPro mount that you would get great footage from this. And we have the props out of the view as well, so you know, great for those freestyle videos. And yeah, I can't knock this package whatsoever. So yeah, I think Diatone have done a good job with this one. So there you go, that is my review. And another thing that you can do as well, you'll see when I come in for a landing, is you can skid along the floor because it's a top mount. But yeah, I'll link it in the below, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.